You okay with it?
The overall event, or
no, with the headliner?
Yeah, I mean, I think Frank did some serious damage on Roy's leg and kind of threw him off. I think Roy turned it on at the very end there, but according to the judges, it was a little bit too late.
Yeah.
But Frank won a very smart fight, in my opinion.
With what you'd said Wednesday in New York about, time is probably ticking down for both of those guys, at least in this organization. I mean, is that the end of it for Roy at this point?
I think that I'll go back and talk to my team about that. I think Roy brought it and did his best today. It didn't work out, but we'll evaluate that. I think that it might be that time. I'm not sure, but that's something that only he can decide. But as far as what I said on Wednesday, it's definitely a possibility.
I think he feels like he's maybe particularly cursed when he fights out here at Mohegan. I mean, he doesn't seem to have the best of luck here. I mean,
yeah, what?
Would you keep him around and throw him on something on the West Coast ever?
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah. It's possible. Like I said, I'll go back and sit down with our guys and have a conversation with them and see where we go from there.
Scott, speaking of heavyweights, once again, Steve Mallory, impressive performance. I know he's been banging for a top 10 guy. You have Tyrell Fortune banging for a top 10 guy. When do you and Rick start talking about, okay, maybe Mir versus Mallory or Tyrell versus Cardano, Marcelo? When do you start telling these young guys, all right, now it's time to throw you in deep water?
Yeah, I mean, listen, those guys, have very, I don't think they even have 10 fights yet, right? I mean, Fortune probably, how many fights does Fortune have? Maybe 5, 6, I'm not even sure. But, it's, when the time is right, we'll do it, and I don't want to throw them in the deep water too early because, we have a lot of hope and feel that these guys are going to be the future of this company. So let them simmer a little bit more, but there'll be a shot, and they will have that opportunity. But to me, it's like 10's like the right number. Get them 10 fights, 12 fights, then let them go fight anybody they want to fight.
After his co-main event victory, Phil Davis on the microphone mentioned that he would like to see a light heavyweight Grand Prix in the future. Is that something that you have ever entertained or will entertain? Yeah,
you know what? Phil looked amazing tonight. The kid he fought is tough and just really a banger. And Phil, I thought, did extremely well and handled himself, like a true veteran. And as far as the next weight class, I mean, I think there's 2 or 3 different divisions that we can throw the weight class, throw a nice 8-man or 8 female, or even a female tournament. So I think that we'll evaluate as this featherweight tournament is going on, but it might be a female tournament at the end of the year.
I saw you sitting cage side with Dave Bautista. Did you try to twist his arm and have him come back to MMA?
No, he's doing extremely well, and he's been a good friend for a long time, and I'm proud of his success, and he's just been killing it out there. But as far as fighting, I mean, he's done it, and he's trained, and he loves to train. The guy's always in great shape, and he loves martial arts, and I think that's fantastic. So as far as him fighting, I don't think he's going to be fighting anytime soon.
You were angling for a role in Stuber 2 if they make it?
No. It's, he came here to support the fights, support Jake, and it's a pleasure to have him here. And I saw him a couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago, and he's just blown up, since then, and he's had great success. And he's a guy that trains in martial arts, loves martial arts, has done it for a long time, and that's what I love about him.
Speaking of heavyweights, speaking of Jake Hager, obviously his fight had some controversy there. It was deemed unintentional. What was your take of that whole sequence and the way that played out?
Yeah, I mean, these things happen, right? And, I don't want to speculate one way or the other, but, I think that we'll try to get him back in the cage as soon as possible. I know he has a very busy schedule with wrestling, and we're supportive of that. And when he's ready to come back and fight in the cage, we'll have him, back when he's ready.
Scott, one of the big controversies or debated topics today was the decision in the Ed Ruth, Jason Jackson fight. I know you don't like to score a lot, but how did you score it?
Yeah, you know what? I didn't score it, sit down and score the fight, but you know what? I think that Ed squeaked out, a victory, and if it would have went the other way, I wouldn't have been surprised either. Honestly, just to be honest. I mean, you know, Ed, I love Ed, and you know, he's, you know, Bob's my guy. But at the end of the day, you know, to me, I thought that when he dropped Ed, I thought he hurt Ed, and Ed is just, you know, he's a great talent, and I felt like you don't know when he's hurt, you don't know when he's not hurt. You know, he's just one of those guys that just has a very, you know, blank look on his face, and he keeps moving forward. And I think that him moving forward made the judges feel like, you know, that he should have won the fight. But that other kid's super talented, and we'll definitely have them both back.
Is that a rematch we can see against him?
I wouldn't mind. I don't know if Ed wants that rematch anytime soon, but he might. I mean, the guy, he's a warrior. He has never said no to anything that we've asked him to do. So, you know, we'll see.
Going back to the light heavyweight position, Ryan Bader hasn't defended the belt in a long time. He went against Chen Congo, obviously didn't end how anybody wanted to end. Mm-hmm. I mean, what's the deal? Is he going to defend at heavyweight, or is he going to finally defend at light heavyweight?
Yeah, I talked to him the other day, and he would like to fight at light heavyweight, and that's going to be his next fight. And we'll have an announcement soon because we're going to have him fight sometime in February. Thanks, guys. Yes.
Last question, just at what point do you maybe strip guys of titles? I mean, you have Pitbull who has 2 titles, you have Bader has 2 titles. Mm-hmm. A lot of guys talk to light heavyweight and lightweight are frustrated because, like, all right, when there's going to be a title defense, is there a point where you maybe take one of these titles off guys so they can free up divisions?
You know, I think that, you know, we can, like the fight that we announced today with Benson and Chandler, right? We'll keep those guys busy, and you know, they'll fight, you know, parallel to, you know, when Pitbull's fighting, and we'll have time. We'll squeak a fight in there for him, but you know, we're going to give these guys every opportunity. I mean, Pitbull's situation didn't work out exactly like I was hoping because he took a lot of damage in the last fight against one, so he couldn't fight right away. But my hope was to squeak a fight in between there and March. Didn't work out because of the injury, but or just because he was so banged up. But you know, Bader, let me tell you, he's itching to fight. You know, he wants to fight in Japan. He wants to fight, you know, in February. He wants to fight. He's ready to go. So I think we could give these guys the opportunity, and then, you know, if it becomes, like you said, way too bottled up, then we'll make a decision at that point. But I think for right now, we're still okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Scott.